Going on to you, Virgos. You guys gave me the most views, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you the first video. We're using the dark wood tarot, just in case for the people who want to know. There you go. So you actually have the Seven of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and then you Virgos, excuse me, have the Sun card for you. Back up some. So there's a sense of you, Virgos, essentially waiting your turn, being patient about something, doing what it is that you Virgos can by yourselves on the low, while it is that other people are doing their thing. You just staying quiet to yourself, right? And I'm going to start to be more quiet too. I've been posting a lot on Instagram because people have been wanting to get to know me a little bit, but I'm going to be quiet myself. So you Virgos, you understand what the name of the game is for you, what it is that you Virgos want to do, and so you're actually going to go ahead and do those things. And I've talked about this before, right? The Sun card. And the Sun card here, things are looking bright for you. Things are actually quite well. And so that's the reason why it is that you Virgos don't want to attract too much attention. A lot of you Virgos have switched gears. Now it's not a matter of being invisible anymore and, making people kind of notice you by not being there. Now it's more a sense of lulling people to sleep, nodding people to sleep, having people completely forget about you because your life is better off without a lot of people essentially being in it, in essence, if we're really going to go there. And then you have the Seven of Cups and the Six of Swords. What usefulness can some people really bring to you? More than likely, they're just going to bring you some nonsense. They're going to be on some dysfunctional stuff. And so the situation with you is that you pretty much already know that. So you pretty much already know that. And you Virgos know why it is that you stopped talking to those people in the first place. You just couldn't deal with the dysfunction of what they have got going on. You just couldn't put up with it. You didn't want to put up with it. And so now also, not only that too, but the Six of Swords represents, especially when they come back and, in the past, you Virgos would think that they would come back and actually do better. Nope. What you're seeing is people's egos is essentially controlling them. They do not know how to not have the ego running the show constantly, right? And so that is one of the things that I'm peeping, even as myself being a Virgo, that a lot of us do not want to have around us. There's a sense of us Virgos where what we're trying to walk away from, or what we are walking away from, is the egos. It's the entitlement, it's the laziness, it's the stupidity. A lot of people don't want to think for themselves. A lot of people want someone to give them all the answers. And it's like, if the person if they have any kind of self-respect and pride about themselves, take the hard way out sometimes and learn to work their way through certain things and stop looking for a person to always be like an individual to walk them through it. Sometimes you have to go through uncomfortable situations all by yourself. And so that's one of the things that the clip off it taught me, right? You have to look at things on its face for what it is. Don't have friends, people jealous of you, people take shots at you and they're disrespectful. What are you going to do about it now? When I say you, I mean me. When I was going through it, what are you going to do about it? What exactly is going to happen? What are you going to do about it? Now you got to go through it all by yourself. What are you going to do? And so the situation is that I had to learn to adapt. So now the King of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles for you Virgos represent how, A lot of you Virgos don't mind disappearing anymore. And when I say disappear, I mean like pretty much living the rest of your life like this. Quiet, low key, focus doing what it is that you got to do. Talked about this before, you know. Um, there's no time anymore to waste time with dysfunctional people who, you know, driven by ego, you know, and they'll never be able to get out of their ego. You know, they make every decision. You know, they have a chip on their shoulder, or they're entitled, or, you know, something. They run some form of angle. And it's like if you doing this stuff for money, you know what I'm saying? Like if they're doing this stuff for money, then they deserve none of it. Because one of the best ways to make money is, what do you do with money? Or excuse me, what do you do with yourself when you're not making any money? It's a big point in time where I wasn't making any kind of money whatsoever. You know what I mean? I was doing this YouTube thing for free, pretty much, for a long time, actually. Doing it longer for free than I haven't. Still making these videos, regardless of whether I get paid or not. Right? But the entitlement that we all have, you know. And so the situation with that is the King of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles here represents, this is one of the things that separates us from others sometimes. We earned where it is that we are, right? Right? Our existence, right, which is Mercury, is on the left side of the tree, the dark side. They actually switched the pillars. They made this the right side, and then they made this the left side. It's actually switched. This is the right side. This is the left side. So Virgo or Mercury is actually left side, which is dark, right? And we have to work to get to where it is that we are. You're not going to improve because Virgo rules improvement, right? Improvement does not happen with ease. Improvement happens from irritation. It happens from resistance. It happens from adversarial energy, with confrontation, right? With resistance. When you're not getting the things that you want, or things are getting in the way, it makes you get better because you've been going through this nonsense so much, you just know what to do. If you've been working your way through, you just know how to handle yourself because you've been working your way through. Now, a lot of people will ask me, a lot of Virgos will ask me, okay, well, when is it going to be our time for love and all of that? I'm going to keep it a buck with a lot of you Virgos. A lot of the other zodiac signs are going through essentially the same thing that you Virgos are going through. It's a worldwide situation where a lot of the zodiac signs, and by extension, the people, right, are going through rough, tough situations in love, because a lot of people are lying about what they want. They're just flat out lying. They're just bold-faced lying about what they want. They're saying that they want a real relationship, but not really. Soon as they get themselves in a relationship, they go crazy. Soon as they touch down, soon as it's like a jump, right? Or like a leap forward towards something, or like they may just jump vertically, right? It's like a leap. Soon as their feet touch that ground, right? Soon as they settle in, or not even settle in, soon as they get into that relationship, as soon as they feel comfortable enough, they start going crazy. Next thing you know, you Virgos are hearing stories about them, about how they going around, hanging out with your friends, doing this, talking to them about you. Word gets back to you. They're picking an argument with this one, getting into beef with this one and that one. And you Virgos are steadily asking yourselves, what exactly is going on? That's happening with all of the signs. It doesn't really matter the sign. Even the zodiac signs that's supposed to be easier to get into a relationship or find someone, which is every zodiac sign except for these four: Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Aries. The other eight, they're getting into some situations themselves too, where a lot of the stuff that they have is incompatible. So a lot of you Virgos, please don't get this mistaken. Everybody is going through their thing, because you got a lot of people who are fake as a $3 bill talking about they want a relationship, and they actually don't, because they're saying one thing, doing another. And they're vacillating between being married, single, and maybe they should just charge. What, think about it. 1 minute, oh, they're hanging out with you Virgos, right? Don't worry, I'm gonna get to this because this is all tied into the reading. 1 minute, oh, they want to be in a relationship with you. That's the marriage door. Then the next door is, oh, you got to pay for them to be nice and do this and do that. You got to take them on extravagant trips and do the gifts and give them gifts and do this and pay for this, pay for that. That's the service door. I'm going to call it service. Then the other one is the single door. Then you can't control them, tell them what to do. And it's not even about controlling them, but they'll use the words control and they'll try to flip it. Oh, you're controlling me. You're being a brute. You're being a mastermind. You're running game on me. You're being a covert. You're doing this. You're doing that, right? Rolling my eyes because I think it's just stupid, right? Trying to essentially make fun of it, poke fun of it, right? They make no sense because they're not loyal to any of the three. They're constantly moving the goalposts and vacillating and shifting between those three pillars. Oh, I'm single. Oh, I'm single. You can't. No one tell me what to do. Then I'm husband type. I'm wifey type. Right? Nah, you need to treat me with the same kind of respect. You need to go ahead and put respect on my name. Then they want to be compensated for everything. No, you don't pay me enough. You need to do this, and I need to. And so this is why it is that love has become transactional. This is why it is that a lot of you Virgos don't want to put up with it. That's why a lot of you are choosing to really lay low, because the thing is that the Four of Cups is about how you Virgos, you see the stupidity in it, right? And none of this makes sense, and none of it actually accumulates to anything. It doesn't come out to anything. That's why the Four of Cups is here. It represents the uselessness of it. It doesn't come out to anything. It doesn't amount to anything. The reason why I'm saying that is because at the end of the day, it brings dysfunctions to married couples, all of that, because a person got to stand still in order for a relationship to work. They got three different pillars or three different experiences that they keep moving through. 1 minute you're servicing, the next minute you want someone to put respect on your name like a married person. Then the next thing you know, you're single. And it's like, listen, these are all three distinctive types of people. A person who is single does not have the same thing as the other two. Same thing with the married type of person. Same thing with the person who is a servicer. Let's say a table waitress, if you know what I mean. They are distinctly three different experiences. A person who is single can go wherever it is that they want because they think what they want, do what they want, because the experience begins and ends with themselves. A person who is in a relationship can't necessarily go everywhere and do anything that they want because they let go of me, myself, and I for a we and an us. But there's benefits and drawbacks to all of the above. Person who is single can do whatever they want, but then they don't have anyone watching their back. A person who is married can't necessarily go everywhere where they want and do what they want. 4 hands are better than 2. All this loot. Take us half the grind, half the time. Then the person who's a table waitress or table servicer, if you catch my drift, there's drawbacks to that. They think they're winning because they are providing a service, right? They are a table service, sir. They're getting paid for it. While at the same time, that's what they think the benefit is. But there's way more drawbacks that come with that. Like not being able to be loyal to anybody because of the lifestyle, because of what it is that a person has trained themselves to become. They are accustomed to this. They are built for this now. So that's why it is that a lot of you Virgos have decided to actually just take a step back for a little minute, right? You would rather observe. A lot of you Virgos are choosing to observe. A lot of you Virgos, when it comes to the matter of love, don't be in love right now. The ones of you who can get yourselves in relationships, go ahead and do so. Try it out if that's what you want. The ones of you whom are already in a relationship, great for you, right? I'm not knocking you for being in one. And don't leave your significant other just because I'm talking about single Virgos, okay? You're in a good relationship, good for you. Stay in it. And I hope the two of you actually work out well. 5 of Cups and the 10 of Swords represents, though, a lot of us need to be watchful and not think about love right now, as far as, because we're in a time right now where us Virgos are first in line, because we're observing. A lot of people are not in relationships right now. You are not the outlier. You are not an outcast. You are a part of the greater majority. You are a part of the majority right now. And then so now you have the 2 of Swords here, right? You Virgos are a part of the greater majority that is essentially doing your thing. Understanding that, yeah, but the thing is, you Virgos need to understand where you are. Observe what's going on around you. This is not a time for us single Virgos to be overly thoughtful and overly thinking about when is it going to be our turn when it comes to love. A lot of Virgos right now are single. So what? A lot of people, regardless of zodiac sign, is single. Pisces, who has an exaltation in Venus, is single right now. There's a lot of single Pisces that I know right now, personally, and meeting y'all from here, right? Some of them that I know from my own personal life, some of them that I know from here. So some of them I know from here, but I also started to actually get to know some of y'all personally, because a lot of y'all came through and got the readings. So let's clarify the 2 of Swords. So to clarify the 2 of Swords, which is like the beefing that you Virgos have had with a person, because what this reading is about is, it is a confirmation to observe. There are a lot of people right now who are in your shoes, not quite like you, but in your shoes where they can't get someone. That just a lot of people right now on earth are quitting relationships. You'd be like, well, how you know a lot of people on earth are quitting relationships? I have my ways. Don't worry about that. Just know that I'm telling you the truth. But the situation trust me, just know that I'm telling you the truth. A magician never gives away all their secrets. Point that I'm trying to make here with that is, I understand that a lot of you Virgos are just observing. You're in a great position to do that. Do that. The Star card, 4 of Swords, 8 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and then you have the King of Cups. These 3 cards right here for you represent how, if you Virgos basically want to go out and date, feel free to do so. But also, keep a watchful eye. Observe. Because all of that transactional relationships and how people think transactionally, whether it is that you Virgos knew it prior to this or not, it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end. It is. I'm telling you. I'm just telling y'all what I know. It's coming to an end. And so now the thing is that the Star card, 4 Swords, and the 8 of Wands represents, so you're going to hear some people who are going to reach out to you, and wish for you Virgos to actually come back. The Eight of Wands, though, Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Cups, you won't even really want them to even come back, or because they're going to tell you that they're interested. They're going to tell you, hey, you know, they want you to come back. You Virgo's not going to want them to come back, and you're not going to go back. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're at 30,700 finally, and 16 subscribers. Hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you'll be notified whenever I drop my videos. Come through for a personal reading. The link to that is in the comment section below, called the Linktree link. Peace.